Hi, and welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name is John Lightfoot. This is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you all about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines that you will absolutely adore. In this particular episode, we are going to taste a French wine, not just a French wine, but a Bordeaux wine.
A Bordeaux, yeah, it's probably one of the most famous French wines, isn't it?
Ding, 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 that is expensive. that immediately
the
says
first thing we go to, the very first thing. I should have known better. It's fine, go on, John. Let it out.
So I guess for Bordeaux, this isn't that expensive. This pains me to say this word, only £15. So for me, it's not a cheap wine, but you know, it's in that bracket that if it's good, it's worth paying for. You know, so and some wines are worth paying for it on special occasions. Should we have a look and see if it lives up to its
let's go for it.
Reputation?
I mean, the French are known for making the best wines in the world, and we cannot take that away from them. It's just I know they like to keep a lot of the better wines for themselves. Let's give it a go. Like you say, £15. It's not cheap. It's not, you know. It's that extra mile, is that, isn't it? That's like you think twice before spending £15. And well, some of us would think twice.
I normally think 3 times.
I bet you do, and I bet until they drag in the money from your clenched fist. So yeah, it's nice. It's more. This is moving more a bit darker into that kind of ruby realms as well. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, let's just let you have a look at the colour there.
So let's get straight on with the nose.
Okay. Well, that's unimpressive.
It's not.
It's £15, so I'm really sniffing it up.
I bet you are. It's not coming out, it's not jumping out as you would expect.
No.
What are some of the...
And you know, normally when I smell a French wine, I say, oh, that smells typically French. I can normally detect, I don't know what it is for me, but I detect it. That I'm not, if you're giving me this, asked me which country it was from, I'd have no idea.
It's...
I go as far as to say it's a bit bland.
I'm with you. There's nothing standing out there, and for £15, I expect a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, if I put my hand in my pocket for an extra, £5 to buy this nice bottle, this should be standing out. But it's not. I'm going to get straight on my hook.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. I'm with you 100% there, John. There's nothing to it.
This is a Merlot and Cab Sauv.
Merlot Cab Sauv blend, yeah. I initially thought it was Cab Sauv Merlot blend, but no. So your Merlot generally just should bring to the table that kind of earthy, plummy flavour. Your Cab Sauv, so many times, should bring the more red fruits and jamminess to it. That's meh.
Yeah.
It's got.
Yeah, it's just it's. Again, if this was a £5 bottle of wine, if you guess me how much this costs, I'd say it's like cheap end, £5, £6, £7 maybe.
And you can forgive it then.
Yeah,
it'd be forgivable to have.
I forgive it, but there actually are other bottles at that price. For example, that Barefoot Cabernet Sauvignon we had at $5.75.
I mean, if you were to put those back to back,
it would blow it out the water, wouldn't it?
It would. It's not even.
Oh, it's so disappointing. I mean, on various levels. Price.
It's price, it's flavour, but this is also disappointing for folk. And this is why we've always said that the wine world is a bit of a minefield, and this is why we're here doing this because if you were looking to get into wines and you'd paid £5.75, if you remember that Barefoot we had again, you tried that Barefoot and you thought that was delicious. It cost me £5.75. Now, I've seen this, it's French, it looks fancy pants, it's 3 times the price. This has got to be good. And then you took that home and you opened it and you were like, oh, this is going to be really good. And you went into that, you'd be disappointed. And this is what I mean, the people who are starting on the wine journey, if you were to do that,
And I think it can also be sometimes that people think, that Bordeaux is seen as the best. So I can imagine someone who's, experimenting and thinking, well, I'm not really into red wine, but I don't know, if I'm going to try it, I'll try the best. So I'll go for Bordeaux because that's what I'm told is, top rank. And then they get this and think, well, if this is top rank, then what are the others like?
Yeah, if you're going down, we're here to tell you though, I can assure you, there are better. And don't get me wrong, paying £15 for a bottle of wine, you can also get some stunning wines. If you look back into some of our previous videos, you will see that we've had bottles of wine at £15 that have been exceptional. So I'm sure you'll find those. But all in all, John, I mean, let's go with the matching of this to a cheese. I'm gonna have to have something that's really quite light. And I'm gonna say I don't think I've ever matched one of these before with an English brie.
Oh, really?
Like pasteurised English brie, which is just very mild. There's nothing wrong with it. Very mild, very easy, very creamy. Because anything else is just gonna.
And you're saying English brie as opposed to French brie because you think the French would be too much for it?
Yeah, I'm saying, well, you tend to find the French brie 9 times out of 10 are unpasteurised, so they've got that big cabbagey kind of flavour about it, really almost, powerful in your face. Whereas the English bries, 9 times out of 10, there are exceptions, of course, don't get me wrong, they tend to be pasteurised, so it's fairly mild and creamy. It's more about a kind of a texture than the actual flavour. For me, anyway. And I think that, together with that, because anything else is just going to blow that out of the water.
Okay, for food, I think it's a really difficult wine to pair. What came to my mind was ham. Okay, so eating with ham. Then I thought ham and chips.
Ham and chips?
Ham and chips, and that's really. And I thought ham, chips, and egg. And I thought, no, the egg wouldn't. You couldn't. I don't think you can have this with the egg.
I think you'd struggle with that, yeah.
But I think that ham and chips is just what's come to my mind.
Just a nice ham and chip. See, because sometimes we can get lost, and often we do get lost here. With the rich foods and drinks that we're very lucky to sample.
Yeah.
But then when you go down to something as simple, we'll say.
Yeah.
But simple doesn't always mean bad. I mean, you're making me think now again of ham and chips. I had ham and chips for ages. It's like a fish finger butter, yeah. I'm not. But now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, all right. Score, John. Score.
Okay. Well, for me, because of the price, I'm going to bring it sort of sliding right down to 63.
Oh, that's quite a big difference this time then. I've gone down to, the main thing for me on this is the price. Because it's meh, it's inoffensive, that's all right. But meh and inoffensive at £15 is quite offensive. So I took that straight down to 57.
Oh wow, really?
It's quite a big, we don't usually have a difference like that.
No.
But
I get it though.
It literally is the price.
Yeah.
Because I think that almost gives, I'm not saying wine a bad name, but
I mean, I think the reason I didn't take it down to below 60 was, the tannins aren't too bad. It doesn't leave a horrible taste in your mouth, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get the fact that you're paying, £15 should take it down. So
15 quid, which is something. Anyway, that's what we're here for. The good, the bad, and ugly, as they say. So
now I'm sure there's some Bordeaux aficionados out there that will tell us exactly why we thought it was meh, and please comment below. We'll be pleased to see what you think and hear if you've got any suggestions of Bordeaux wines that we should taste. Bordeaux wines, by the way, that we can afford because we are
our limited budget.
Limited budgets, yeah, absolutely. So with that, I guess we'll move on and try and find wine that we get really excited about.
Let's do that, John.
Okay, till next time, guys. Chin chin.
Chin chin.